Thank you for the eBay seller who sold us, and this is what time it is. This is what I bought for my father. I had a go at building my own leg, as you can see. This is a follow-up on that particular Exipode. These are like space, really rocket quality ones now that are buy to buy second hand. So if you're ever looking for second hand legs, look on eBay, because you might find one that's in your price range. Now, as you can see, that's what it looks like. That's in a cup, fits onto that part. There's an inner cup, and let me show you on this other one. So in essence, this is, let me just grab it with my good legs, because it's for them people that ain't got bloody legs anymore. Right, so there's your thing that you could have made out of fiberglass, based on that leg that I made upstairs. So in essence, you'd have made your positive out of a bit of sponge with a bit of cling film around it, and then you'd have gone around it with your fiberglass. But they've clearly used carbon fiber. Not everybody's got carbon fiber technology. That quick release casting, that's way beyond many people's ability to construct something like that. So if you're good at making stuff out of metal, you might have been able to make it out of aluminium or lead, but I certainly wouldn't have been able to make it out of that type of material. So that's proper space grade technology. Then you've got your inner sponge part, and then your sock. And if you notice the hole, I've noticed these have got these little doobries on, and it looks to me like squeeze that when you're putting it on, it lets all the air out. Now when you go like that, it becomes a vacuum. So that goes down onto inside of there. As you squeeze that thing on the hole, and it sucks up and pushes all air out of it. It becomes a vacuum, and it keeps the inner cushion, which is designed around your leg, on, which is very good. Now, my dad's only got one leg that's missing, and other leg, all that section of his foot's been chopped off. So his leg looks kind of like that, but he's only got 2 toes left. Now, on these ones they've got special adjustment on there, and underneath of there you've got an Allen key. So you loosen the Allen key, the grub screw, and it gives you the angle. See how they've designed it with a ratchet on there, so it allows that ball joint to move when you get to the right angle, and you tighten the Allen key up. I don't know what the adjustment for that is, maybe just so that it can get pointing straight. Then you've got other grub screws around top half at neck, which fits onto that section there. So by undoing those grub screws, you can probably adjust whether it's like bang straight or whether it's not straight, and then you tighten it all up, and it's got all the specs on there. I don't know which company made them originally, but them ones look like they've got a lot more of the leg. So it's like that part of the leg might have been chopped off down there, so they've got a lot more leg, whereas on my dad he's only got a little tiny stump, which is more like that one or that one. So I'm guessing we're going to be wearing them boots. I don't know which one. Going to have to make some sort of adjustment, because that's his right leg, so it's either going to be that one. Unfortunately, we being second hand, you don't necessarily get what you're after. Sometimes you have to mix and match. But my objection was the fact that they'd said you weren't suitable, and now unfortunately I don't agree with what you said. Every person's suitable. That's why I went to the extent of building that for my father, rather than hotel script. Thanks to eBay and the seller, we were able to come down into the hundreds rather than the thousands, because people can't afford thousands, and you can understand why it costs thousands. Look at the technology that they had to use. That's a serious amount of machining. That seriously amount of machining to get it to cut shape like that. You need all kinds of machinery to get it to be that spec. But there's so many people in the world these days. See, that one should fit inside of that one. This is literally like $6 million man. So that one should fit inside of that one. And that sock rolls up over your leg and it holds it on. So you put that onto your body and you put that onto you. And you squeeze that and it lets all air out. So I'm hoping that that one will fit my dad's leg. And that's next to the money that we're able to accumulate. Really, we shouldn't have to pay for it, but that's the way it is. So I hope that's clear enough for anybody else that's looking. No point screaming and shouting about it, because it's happened. He cut his fucking legs off. And this is where we're at. But he's getting old. And he can't push with his arms because of his fistula. And his peritoneum that he's had a lot of operations. But hopefully we'll be able to get him up and moving around. So I'm guessing it's going to be that one. Or maybe that cup. Got to figure out which cup fits him best. So anyway, there's a follow-up on me getting grumpy and having to build that one for my father. And he didn't. He's had a look at it, but we ended up buying that one first of all. And there's photos on Facebook showing him wearing that one, but he still weren't able to push himself up with it, and he didn't feel brave enough with that. But in essence, you put your leg in and you bend your knee, and that was all. That's about his length of his fucking leg. His leg's chopped off there. These drones are alright. Batteries run out on it though. Batteries don't last 2 minutes on these cheap drones. But that one kind of says it all, doesn't it? Yeah. I walk free. Well, a bit wiser. And his hands don't work so good, and he can't squeeze that. So it's all about making sure that you've got something. Because if I have a car crash, maybe I'm not eligible for a leg. You know what I mean? What am I going to do then? Well, they'd cut my leg off. You know what I mean? If you can't get to the toilet with no legs on, you're going to need somebody to help you, and so forth and so on. eBay brings the products to you, so long as they don't start trying to fanny around with your credit card. So, thank you very much for the seller. Sorry about whoever lost the legs, but I'm hoping that you benefited from them engineering people. And my dad was a bit of an engineer.